Right, hello everybody, just a very quick introduction to this video. Yesterday I played in the 55th League Chess Mega Team battle for Team King's Crusher. This was 3-minute blitz with a 2-second increment per move, so it's more like a 5-minute game. The team came 15th out of 198 teams there, and you can be paired against anybody of any other team. And then whoever the top 20 scorers are for the team, you put their points together and that gives you the team total at the end. So individually I was one of the top 20 scorers for the team there. I got 20 points from 13 games. And these are the games that I actually played, which are now going to come up in the order that they were played. I finished with 8 wins, 1 draw and 4 losses. I got a performance rating of 2081 and my average opponent 1927. Now I was umming and ahhing whether to play or not in this. I was under the weather, feeling unwell yesterday. Hopefully it's just one of those 1 or 2 day bugs and I'll be alright in the coming days. But once I started, I just played one game, played another, and I thought I'll just plod on and I'll keep going. And then we managed to make it to the end and, like I say, contribute to the team score. So now comes all the games in the order that they happened. Right, I'm going to try a game in this 55th League Chess Mega Team battle here. This is 3 minutes with a 2-second increment, but I've been a bit under the weather today, so I might only play one game and see how I do. I've played some bullet and that's not been very good today. So I've been a little bit unwell, so I might not be up to playing much of this. I'm playing for Team King's Crusher. Right, 2-1-80, good luck. So we've not played before, there's no head-to-head score, but it is, like I say, 3 + 2, so you've got to play this like a 5-minute game. But I'm mainly playing bullet right now, so I need to really slow the pace down. I'm just going to develop here. I'm probably going this side, aren't I? I might as well. Now I can play bishop up at least. Don't have to, I mean I can develop like this and try and push. Plays knight in. Yeah, I'm just going to go and challenge that bishop anywhere. Now you've got to watch out for moves like this to attack the knight. Oh, he chooses to launch one. I can come back here and attack this and he goes here, I guess, or I can come here and reinforce this. He might do that anywhere. Or I can go here and effectively give up a pawn. I'm going to come here and challenge the knight. If he goes here, I guess I go here. Well, he has got a knight check, or he does take. Now I've potentially got f6, so he just chooses to push straight away. That I didn't expect. It might be a really good move. I'm going to take and try and push. If he takes here, I'm going to have to push and jump in the corner, I think. Yeah, I could have just walked into something here. Like I said, I'm not really concentrating too well today with feeling a bit unwell. So he takes. So I just want to push here, I think. But if he takes, am I just stuck? If I push again, he just develops. I'm going to make him do something about this. He'll take and I'll push again. And I'm going to just step in the corner when he checks and hope the king can survive. I'll just click the little heater on there. If you can hear a fan noise, it's just my electric heater. Okay, I've got to go here now. If that knight gets somewhere in, then that's obviously a bit of a problem. Or is he going to actually castle? It's a big question here. I'm probably going to centralise the rook, but if he castles, we might push forward. Or maybe the rook here to support the queen, then I can potentially push. He's gone king's side. Now maybe I can just grab the pawn and come back then. I'm just going to take and drop back now he's done that. Again, it might prove to be a mistake. He can always try and manually uncastle, like up and across. So let's actually let's bring the knight back and guard. Now we're going to have to come back and across here. He's got this as well, of course. So I guess we play this for a move. If he goes here, I go here. If he takes, I can't take with a king because of this, so it has to be the rook. And he goes there. Now I've either got this or a push. If I push, he goes f4, so I'm going to have to go with the queen, at least for now. So rook across, knight down is the obvious move. Rook up. Knight check might be a move, but I think it's playable. Rook across and rook up. Knight check, and I can't take with this pawn, but I can with this. But not the best position in the world, is it? Not very good. Is it survivable? So again, he's got to check, and I have to take, or I'll lose material. If he takes, I can take. This is still held. Okay, let's just see what he does and then worry about it. Obviously, otherwise I'm just going to look to double the rooks up. Now, can I do that now? If he goes back, it's mate, so he might have to do this. Then can I sack? I don't know. If I go here, check, takes, check. Actually, it's not check because it's a queen, but he pins the queen. Gain a knight, he comes down. But after I've gained the knight, I'm threatening mate, right? So he can't come down in one move. And then I think I can come back. So if he goes here, I think I can take, or he just pushes there. So again, if I go up, I can actually do this, can't I? If he takes, I take, and I'm hitting the queen. I'm going to do that. I think this is a move. If he takes, I can take with a queen now. And if he comes forward, I can go forward. If he retreats somewhere, I can maybe sack. Or I can push. I think he probably has to come forward, but have I just got rook up if he does? Because my knight still guards this pawn. This is interesting. Yeah, he's gone back, but what's wrong with just g5 now? If the knight moves back, it's check, but he's got a square here, and I can't check, the knight covers. But if I go forward to kick the knight again, he comes back, then take. Well, what about f4 now? I don't actually know how to clear all these markings, by the way. I wonder if that's possible. But is f4 move here? It doesn't feel like it. I'm going to risk g5. If he goes here, I thought I could just go here. There's no point checking unless I'm going to trade. But if I push forward, he goes back and then take. That feels interesting to me, so... Maybe... Oh god, the clock. There is increment though, isn't there? There's 2 second increment. Right, now I'm going for it. The queen up is coming. I'm going to try and do this to restrict his king. So now there's a mate threat. If he goes here, I just think I just go here. He can actually play a king across, I think, though. That's what he's done. So we go here and we step across. Oh, has he got queen down? He has. He's found it. So I have to go here. He's survived it, I think. I think he's fine now. I've got a mate in 2 threat, but I think he survives it. He survives it. Oh, he's got queen check. I went on the wrong square. And now I'm just lost. Oh, that was terrible. Can't be bothered. Right, I'm going to play another game in the mega team battle here, but I'm a bit under the weather here, so I can't really play like I normally do, so I might just play a few games here then drop out. This is 3 minutes with 2 second increment as well, so it's more like a 5-minute game. Right, 17:28, good luck. I Okay, pawn's played plenty of games, there should be an accurate rating. You've always got to watch out for this. Takes, this doesn't quite work right now. I'll play knight forward anyway, but I'm just going to castle here and then come back. I'm going to try and develop the bishop. I'll come back and eventually put the bishop where the knight is. Let's play a rook across. Yeah, he's attacking the knight, so I'm going to do something like this to challenge that dangerous diagonal. Okay, I can still go there. Lose a knight, gain a bishop. Lose a knight. Actually, it doesn't work, does it? I'm going to come here. Come back again if he pushes. Not the best position, but I'm trying to do this just to deal with this dangerous diagonal. Well, I'm happy to trade there. Kick the bishop. I need to do this before I trade. Oh, he's gone that way. I didn't expect that. I'll push forward again. I'm going to take the bishop. I can always trade here. Knight's guarded, and I want the bishop here, I think. Maybe again I do this to challenge here. I'm going to hit the rook, and if the rook moves, I'll grab the knight unless he trades here. Lose a bishop, gain a rook looks playable. But can he just take here though? Yeah. I need to work this out before I make any quick moves. I'll just worry about it. Once he's made his move, then I'll think. But I think he can take my knight. So taking the rook I don't think is playable. Depending on what he does. It's exactly what he's done. So lose a knight. I think I take with the rook here. If he takes here now, I think I can take. And if he takes my bishop, I take his bishop back. And if he moves the rook, I just simply take the knight. And I've always got moves like this. He's doing the right thing, using time. That's what time is for. So 3 minutes plus 2 second increment is more like a 5-minute blitz game. Be interesting to see if anybody goes berserk in these games. If you do, you lose your increment as well, so it's just 1.5 minutes flat. But I think my opponent can obviously see the problem with the rook now. So he's gone for it, so I'm pretty sure I can take the rook. He might do something like this. And I'm going to do it. Okay. Now I can just take back and we're in exchange up. 6 pawns each, so an exchange. So this looks logical. He does this and I just take. If I go on, as long as I'm on a dark square, he has to go on a dark square next. So he can't attack the queen. He can go here and I can step. But there is an immediate threat to the knight. And I'm just going to try and double or triple stack them and make sure I don't blunder a back rank mate. It's very easily done. That's a slightly odd move. I'm going to activate this rook and now I've got both files. He can't move the rook here. He could go there, but I'll just take and trade everything. That should be winning. So the last thing I need to do is move a pawn. Well, now I can go here maybe. If the knight moves, I simply take the queen and just trade. And then I can just push a pawn just so I don't do that one move back rank blunder. It's so easy to do. Right, so that's done and out of the way. I should have maybe looked at rook forward first with a pin, but... Okay, so he's played there, so now I can go here and that should force the queen off. And that's basically what I was looking for here. Now if we take control of the second rank, we can go after this pawn. It should be winning. Doesn't mean it is, but it should be. We can go after the king as well. Now, as we are right now, his knight is stuck, so I think I can spend some time pushing first. The knight's got no output here at all. So I'm going to try and push forward, and as soon as the rook moves, I just take. I'm going to try and do this. Okay, now he's tried to push to get the knight out, but has he got it out, or is it just lost to this? I think it just loses, right? Just hit the knight, and there's still no squares to go to. And he can't protect it. He had to try something, of course. Okay. So now we just go back and we put pressure on the king. So I think we should fix this structure. Try and bring the king up, and if the rook ever wanders off, we take a pawn, we check, and the king's boxed in. So this is where, because it's an arena tournament, you're sometimes better off just resigning and getting on with the next game like I did in my first one. So again we go here. If he pushes the pawn, he actually blunders checkmate. So I'll just go here just to make absolutely certain he can't blast through. Just take and drop back here, looks fine. I mean, I've got rook across as well, and he has to guard his pawn really. Alright, now I'm going to grab the pawn and come back. If he goes back again, maybe I can go here. I've just got to avoid a stalemate, of course. So go here, say he wanders off somewhere in a take, he can then potentially check. So I'm just going to be nice and calm and go after the pawn. Yeah, he gets on with the next game. Well, let's play another game in the mega team battle here on League Chess. I play for team King's Crusher in this team about 14th out of 198. That's very good. I missed the first 15 minutes or so, and again I'm a bit under the weather, so I might not be playing too much of this. But I'll just see how I go on a game by game basis. Wow, 2,000 players playing in it already, that's very good. So 2-1-2-8, good luck. We've not played before, there's no head-to-head score. Let's play my normal carol. Actually, I shouldn't pre-move, should I, with it being increment? Not unless there's a time scramble somewhere. Okay, let's keep it fairly standard. Actually, let's go this line. You just got to watch out for this with the famous smothered mate. I think pawn up here is right, if I remember. I might be misremembering. He's looking at a sack, but I'm pretty sure it's no good. Right, I'm going to check and drop back. Okay, just kick the knight. Again, I'm pretty sure this is no good if he goes for it, but he might go for it, you never know. Otherwise, just drop the knight back and I'll probably castle. He might go queenside if he's very adventurous and then blast the pawn. Very dangerous. That's what he's trying to decide now, but if he takes, I'm going to take back, so I'll pre-move that. Oh, he's gone for that one. Okay, I'm still going to take. Okay. I think I've got knight up here, if I remember. We get the bishop, we get the queen. He can just take, of course, so... Yeah, so... I have messed up this, just forgetting my theory. Making a right horlicks of it, aren't I? I'm probably going to have to do this and trade that annoying bishop. Yeah, I've just forgot my theory here, not to worry, it happens. I've got nothing here, have I? Let's offer to trade the queen, but I'm already a piece down. It's hopeless this. I probably should resign and get on with the next game, but once his bishop moves, he's got a check threat unless he takes in a step. Right, so we don't take the... So I'm just going to step forward. I've got room for this rook, but not very pleasing this, is it? Not very pleasing. Let's drop back. He can just trade off, he's a piece up, so he should do. He doesn't. I mean, he might even have tricks like this. I don't think so, but he might have. But when you're a piece up, you might as well just simplify and trade things off. You're completely winning. Take the risk out. Let's go here now. I'm trying to obviously step the king away, but he might even sack here. Wouldn't surprise me. I don't know, he isn't a piece up, is he? Because he's sacked. Yeah, it's level. He's 2 pawns up, not a piece up. If king goes back, does he take? Probably. So what if I go back here? I'm going to do that. I thought it was a piece down there, but he actually sacked, didn't he? He sacked with on here. It's because I'm, like I say, a bit under the weather today, so played some bullet earlier on that didn't go to my normal standard either. So he's looking at a check here, but the knight does guard here. I'm wondering whether I can play this. Just let him take. Probably not. So king back. I'm going to play king back. If he's got a good sack, he's got a good sack. I think he'll go with a bishop and then maybe the knight. But the knight importantly covers the queen. Right, I'm going to do this and try and do something like doubling up just to put some pressure on. Right, so come back and try and do something here. Not that there's a great deal I can do, but so is knight up a move here to actually activate a piece? And then I can pop the bishop here. Then he gets his rook active though. But does he? I'm going to go forward with the knight just to hit the bishop for now. We pressure the pawn, or maybe pop the bishop here. Maybe even pop the rook here actually. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Yeah, I didn't get anything with that, did I? I'm going to bring the bishop up into play, but not sure what I'm achieving, if anything. Maybe knight back. Okay, that's a move I just missed. Let's go forward, just hit the knight and pawn. The knight can come back if he pushes, but I think he wins the material, so I can't take. If I go here, there's always this sack, or at least the potential. So I think I go here to hit the knight and just blockade the pawn, but there is a threat to the knight. The knight guards my bishop if he sacks. Again, I'm not going to pre-move anything unless I get into a time scramble, or it's a completely safe pre-move. Now, I can take and try and grab a pawn back then. I can take here as well, but I think I should take and grab. Now if he goes here, that's obviously a potential problem. If I take, he's just got bishop down. And I don't think there's anything I can do about that, so I don't want to take there. So I'm just going to play a holding move, maybe rook across. Or rook back. So can I get away with this? I'm going to do this to hit the pawn. Very dangerous allowing that pawn to push though. But if he pushes, my idea is to eventually put the bishop forward. Wow. He's gone for that. Let's play king up there. If he takes here, I just take. So he's gone there. I have to try and come forward, don't I? Have to try. Yeah, I'm aware of the clock here. I'm struggling on the time as well. Oh, I've missed the fact that he's got this actually. Completely missed that. Yeah, I'm just hopelessly lost here. I mean, bishop down is going to be winning, isn't it? Got to be. There's nothing I can do, I've just been outplayed. I think he can play bishop down now. Oh, he's got that. Yeah, I've just been useless here. You can have that. Well done. Right, I'll risk one more game in the mega team battle here on Lichess, but I'm under the weather here, not playing very well, so I might drop out after this or the next one. 2173, good luck. Obviously, it's not much fun playing chess if you know you just can't play anything like what you normally would. So we take, and then we're just going to develop. Actually, let's bring the knight up. I did have knight up here next now. I actually got that right. Hit the bishop and threaten mate. If he comes in, I'll just take, I think, and we can simplify down. Okay, so we're going to take. We're going to just develop and look to castle. Okay, so we develop and we castle. Interesting if he goes queenside. I mean, I've always got the option here to take. In principle, it should be good for me because he has to double pawn somehow. Now, how do I develop the bishop? I'm going to probably do this and this and go on the diagonal, I think. Okay. Let's go here and just take if he takes. I don't think he will. See, I need to try and do this if I can. Let's do this first, otherwise there might be queen takes at the end. Now do this. Now I'm threatening to play a move like knight across. Or d3 at some point. Okay, so he's going after the queen. I can drop back here, or I can maybe go forward. Take, he takes, check. He has to take and take. That could be interesting. It's probably bad, but it could be interesting. I don't see why I can't just drop back here though. Yeah, get the queen off that file. I was looking at knight across. I don't think it's doing that much though. I'd really like to play d3 just to take the pressure off the file at some point. If I take, of course, he gets a great pawn structure. So he's gone there now. Ooh. I think I want the bishop off first. Hold on, if he takes, I could take with a queen actually. I don't have to pre-move there. Or I can do this and give up 2 rooks for the queen. Right, so that's the choice. Take with a queen or the bishop. If I take with a queen, there's a lot of pressure on the pawn after d3. So if we take with the pawn, queen takes, rook takes, king up is all pretty forced. And how does he guard his rook though? Probably goes here. If I take with a queen, I can maybe do a shuffle and d3, but I think he can defend it. I'm going to mix it up just for the fun of mixing it up. It's probably bad. But we get a tempo by attacking the rook and hopefully we can stabilise somehow. I could do this as well. I'm just going to go forward and hit the pawn here. It's going to be very hard. In principle, 2 rooks are normally better than a queen. So I'm going to have to try push forward, because once he gets everything connected up, he should be fine. So let's try and create some pressure here. But what he wants is to get his rooks down here going after my king. That will be the idea. So he does play a pawn forward. So do I do a move like this, queen across? I don't see what that gets me. So I'm just going to bring the queen back in and look to push a pawn. Okay, he's tempting me to do this, of course. I might as well get tempo on the rook. Oh, he's gone right down. I'm just going to go straight back and hit this pawn again. So he's gone back with the other rook. Okay. I'm doing this in order to try and create a double threat potentially, but this is weak now. Okay. I'm just going to go here and hit this pawn. He might be crashing through now, taking these, so yeah. Once he gets on this rank, I'm probably in trouble. Probably in trouble, aren't I? I'm kind of committed to this now, though, so... Hold on, I can grab the f-pawn, though. Now I can guard this. But it's probably bad. Probably. So if he takes, I take. He takes, I take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get back, but I'm definitely losing there. So I probably should do this and go for repetition, but I don't think I've got one. That's a slight problem. So I'm going to just grab the pawn and step up and hopefully come here. He's got this, and I've got to hope I've got some sort of check or some sort of way out. Okay. It has to be a check. That's the only one, and I'm going to have to do this or I'm getting checkmated, or I've got to do this, which is losing, I think. So check or check, he goes here. And I don't actually have a follow-up, do I? Wow, I've literally got nothing. So I have to play this and just hope I'm not checkmated. If I am, I am. That's fair enough. Oh, he gets takes at the end. I didn't move the queen, yeah. Well done. Right, I'm going to play one final game in this mega team battle on Leeches. If I play a bad game here as well, I'm going to drop out, I think. I'm not enjoying this. I'm not very well, so I'm not going to be able to really do any good here. 13-22, good luck. Oh, this is a new account. Let's hope somebody's not being suspicious here just for an event like this. 67 games. It should be enough to establish a rating. I'll have to look at this after the event if it's a really good performance. Okay, I'm going to push here. Okay, develop so he doesn't have takes. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I'm going to actually take here. So I've got check if I want to grab the pawn back. Or I can just castle, but that gets a bit risky, so I'm going to try and take the pawn. Yeah, there's a slight server issues on it. That was slightly delayed putting the highlight on. Because there's thousands of players in this, it must be causing a little bit of an issue again. So grab the pawn, then I'm just going to look to castle and then worry about what to do. Okay, he comes forward. I'm going to play rook across and take with a rook if he takes, I think, just to create a temporary pin on the knight. Actually, I shouldn't pre-move anything, should I? Like I said, unless you get to a time scramble, no point pre-moving anything. So we'll take, so the knight's temporarily pinned, the queen can come back and hit the pawn. But I need to find a square for this bishop. That's the logic. Okay, he's kind of pushed me where I want to go there. The knight's still pinned and we're hitting a pawn here. There's always a potential for another knight to come in if he spends a move defending. He might be fine though, might be fine. That's what he's done. So knight in now, rook up. Is knight across a problem for him? If knight up, lose a knight, gain a queen, lose a queen, gain a rook, lose a rook. It's actually bad for me, isn't it? So I'm just going to spend a move or two and develop the bishop, try and bring it into the game. If the knight moves, I can still take the queen. If he came here and he takes, we trade, I win the piece. So now we develop. I guess that's a safe pre-move, but there's no point to pre-move. Again, if the knight moves, I just simply take the queen. And now I'm looking to triple stack though. Knight down, and I think I can just drop back. So he's broken the pin, that's likely to be a good move. So I think I have to come back here. Although I've got rook across. If I come back, what's he got? If I come back here, he's got queen here. I don't like that. I don't like rook across. I think rook to c4. I like this move the more, because I want to drop the bishop back or take or something, I'm not sure yet. Probably bishop back, and I've got a back rank issue to deal with before I get adventurous. So he's played queen back. No, I'm going to play my holding move first. Just so I've dealt with a back rank issue. I want the bishop back, but you know, just to keep pressure on this this diagonal. Again, I don't need to pre-move, do I? But I'll take there. Queen back when the rook comes across, and then I'm going to have to drop the bishop back. Or trade it for the knight. Actually, maybe I can put the queen here. It can't be attacked by either knight. If he plays rook there, queen here looks good. Looks playable. He's played queen across. I'm going to go here because the knight, neither knight can attack the queen in one move, and I'm hitting a pawn, albeit my bishop's loose. So I think I can drop back. Now, if I go here, if that knight moves, I simply take the rook and I'm winning. Because he can't guard it with either knight. I'm threatening just to drop the bishop back out the way. He's getting a bit low on time now. He's played a decent game though, he's done well. So queen up, I think that just loses because I take, and I take here, then there's a pin. So I can just take and take the rook. So it's obviously time pressure there, he's a bit unfortunate. Now if I come here, he's got knight down, he can guard. I'm a piece up, so I might as well just take. Centralise the knight, and I'm a clean rook up. He's putting a very good effort on, he's done very well there. Now how do I cleanly win this? I just go after the pawns, I think. Knight back, just rook here, so we get a win. Right, I'm going to risk another game in this mega team battle here on Lee Chess, but yeah, a bit under the weather today, so not playing anything like what I should be playing. The team's in 16th place. Right, 1637, good luck. I still haven't had anybody go berserk yet, have I? Why has he played the queen there and back? Let's just develop. I'm just going to push in the middle here. Okay. Let's develop the knight. The bishop guards this knight. I meant to highlight there, not actually make a move. Now I'm going to hopefully push in here as well and hope I'm not blundering some sort of pin. He takes now. So I take. He takes, so I'm going to take here as well. My queen's well guarded, so I can move the bishop if he moves his bishop. If he goes here, I can always trade and give him an isolated pawn. Oh, he's made a mistake there. I've got to grab the pawn and come back or something there. Do I try and get clever? There's no way to do that, is there? Let's just calmly drop back, because I've got pressure coming on this diagonal. Now I can actually go here and kick that rook. Yeah, he can't block, so he's going to have to move that rook he's just put there. So we can grab a pawn here or a pawn here. So if I take here, he can go here. He gets tempo on the bishop. If I take there, his rook might get trapped. I'm going to go for the king side one, leave the king open. He's got to come forward. He can't go to any of them. He just resigns. We get lucky there. Right, let's play another game in the mega team battle here on Lead Chess. I'm trying to battle on, but I'm a bit unwell today, so let's hope I'm playing okay tomorrow. But it's really affected my play today. It's not been very good at all. Right, 1845. Good luck. That's a provisional rating. Oh, again, a very new account. There should be a minimum number of games you have to play in these, and there isn't. So this could be somebody who's, you know, much higher rated than what this suggests. I'll soon know from the quality of play. How many games was that? Just 9 games, you see, and 40 games of bullet. I'll soon know from the quality and the speed of play as to the sort of strength my opponent is. I'm just going to castle there. I took earlier on in a game, like straight away. So we'll take here. I'm probably just going to do this again. I did this earlier as well, try and get rid of this bishop. You just got to watch out for queen here or queen here to attack the knight immediately. Well, I can't unfortunately move my rook to do this. I could do queen up here though, threatening this. I guess he can just drop back, so I'm just not going to mess about. I'm going to take there. And I mustn't do this because I hang my bishop. I'm going to make it interesting. Actually prepare to drop the bishop right the way back. Right, now I can at least develop the knight, and this is fairly solid. I can always do this. Just develop slowly, and there's increment in this, so like I say, you've got to play it like a much slower game than a normal 3-0 blitz. But yeah, you can see I'm mainly playing bullet right now. I'm playing too quick here at present. Castled. So again, I just develop logical moves, try and challenge the open file. Ooh. Now that might be a mistake. I've got knight here now. Threaten to take the bishop and undermine the defense of the rook. So he's got to shift his rook. I mean, he could try and guard it, but then I've got a move like this. That could blunder the rook. And that's what he's gone for. I think he's made a mistake. So it's whether I do this. He can't take back without me taking. So knight here is, I think, a very strong move because I happen to hit the queen as well. So I think he's blundered here. If he moves the rook, for instance, where does he go? He goes here. Then he would actually hang the queen. If he takes, I take the rook. If he takes, I take with a queen. Just one of them classic little tactics you've got to watch out for. He has actually got a potential counter punch, but I can just take the knight or take the queen, can't I? That's the one thing. If he drops the queen back and I take the rook, he's got knight down. I've just got to be a little bit careful, but I think I can defend it. But this is what you've got time. Oh, hold on. My opponent's disconnected and reconnected there. Let's hope that's legitimate. Yeah, he's disconnecting and reconnecting. I hope that's legitimate there. It's something to watch out for just in case engines are being turned on and off. It could just be an internet issue. I'm not sure where my opponent is from there. Could be. I'm going to do this to potentially do this and just collect a pawn and just stop this. So this is the one thing I've got to watch out for. I'm going to play a rook here. If he takes, I'll just take. If he pushes, I might do something like this. Well, bishop up looks sensible here. Just deal with the pawn. It's just this is the one thing I'm looking out for here. Yeah, opponent's left the game. He's either got an internet issue or he's disconnecting, I don't know. I didn't say where he was from, I didn't see. I wasn't paying attention, like I say. I'm not overly well today, so I have to wait, what, 20 seconds to claim a win. He should have just resigned if he's, for instance, given up on the game. You just resign and get on with the next one. But yeah, there should be a minimum number of games you have to play in these. There is in the other arena tournaments. 9 games shouldn't be enough. So he's come forward. I have to hit the knight, otherwise he can do something and do this. Okay, take, so I have to take the knight, otherwise there was a mate threat there. If he takes, I take the queen. He pushes, I just collect here and hit the other pawn. He has to guard his knight as well. Okay, so I think it makes sense just to take the pawn, but no point to rush. I think it makes sense, so he'll probably collect, but he doesn't. Now if I go here, if he takes with the knight or the queen, I can check, and either way the queen's coming off the board, so that's why I'm playing that to create this. Doesn't matter which one he goes with. The queen's off the board, so it's an easy win now. And we just mop the pawns up and get a new queen at some point. Just step back and hit the knight and then hit the pawn. So collect. Just push here, I think. Actually, yeah, the bishop covers the pawn there. And what he's trying to do now is obviously set up a stalemate. But I'm just going to go nice and slow and steady. Actually, let's stop the king coming forward there. The king can retreat because I'm not on that file, so just step up here. Right, now I can queen and get a comfortable checkmate somehow. Let's go here and just do the famous ladder mate, why not? Yeah, he could have resigned that a long time ago and got on with the next game. Right, I'm going to play another game in the mega team battle here on League Chess. The team's what, 16th place? 2257, good luck. I'm 1-0 down this opponent. That can be in any time control. We've probably played in bullet before, I'm guessing. My opponent's again, that light went off and came back on, didn't it? Let's just develop here. Again, I'm going to pop the bishop where the knight is. Actually, I'll delay castling for now. He's gone kingside, so I know I will. So I'm probably going to do something like this, otherwise that's a dangerous diagonal. So just bishop up. I'm going to go with a queen and prepare to push, maybe. Maybe not. Let's push the other one. Yeah, I've got to take and split the pawns, so do I do a move like this? I'm just going to get behind the pawn and prepare a push. Okay. Knight here is a move. If I go here, I think he just reinforces. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to do this and bring the knight this way, I think. I'll just challenge the knight, unless he plays a rook across, he might do. Okay, so we can get the knight off the board. So now at least we've got a target, but we might not be able to get to it. It might not be an achievable target. But let's just step up and hit the pawn. I don't want to trade there, so I'm going to go back and just see if he goes all in. He might do. Oh, he does. I didn't expect him to. Okay, let's drop back and drop right back then. Very adventurous, nothing wrong with that from very attacking players. I think now's the time to open this file up. Oh, he pushes again. I didn't expect that either. So I'm going to go here and try and do this, or rook across. Let's see if he takes or pushes. He might push here. So I really have to try and come behind the pawn. Let's go forward, hit the pawn, threaten a check. Threatens a repetition if nothing else. So now I'm going to do this and double up. And at some point I might do this. Queen back's potentially a move, but can you see I'm playing a little bit too quick. My opponent possibly is as well. But that's mainly due to me playing like essentially bullet right now, and I'm a bit under the weather today. He'll see that I'm trying to double the rooks up here, so he's going to be aiming to either collect this pawn, or he'll do something like this, and he'll be aiming for a back rank mate. So can I take here actually? What's wrong with that? Take. If queen takes, I just take and I get back rank mated. That's a back rank mate threat. If I grab the pawn, he plays queen takes rook. So do I take here? I think he'll go with the rook. I think I need to take here. Very easy to make a quick move there and blunder the back rank. So I've got queen back, or I can play a move like pawn up. If he goes there, I can still drop back. So I'm doing this to largely cover this move. Now I've given a square, I can actually take here. But he's got the option of 2 rooks for the queen. And he's probably better than. I lost a game earlier on with a queen versus 2 rooks. But his king's very open, should be easy to check. But my queen's got nowhere to go apart from coming all the way back. Nothing else I can do. But of course, if he bails out and takes here, I can take and put pressure on his king then. So let's see what he comes up with. Just click the heater off there. Yeah, he's really tempting me, isn't he? So gain a queen, lose a rook, gain a rook, and he gets a queen. But he's allowed me to play queen forward, and I don't have to take. He takes either rook, I'm fine. Except he's got a checkmate threat, which I nearly missed. But if he takes with a queen, then I can take back. I'm looking at queen here. If he takes with a rook, I think f3 is a move. I think f3 is kind of forced, but now my queen really is genuinely boxed in. But he can't go back here, so I've got one square here. I'm just going to shift. If he takes here, I'll take here. He's done very well here, hasn't he? He's done very well. I think I have to take here and try and get some counterplay. I don't think I've got any, but I've got to try. So he threatens the check. He's threatening this, so I have to step back. I mean, I don't have to think about that move. As long as he doesn't have a check to win my rook is what matters. Oops, I can't go there, he's covered it. I've only got a holding move. I'm trying to create a move like this. But he's only got a dark square check. He can collect this pawn. Oh, he's got that though, I missed that. So back. I'm going to have to come here, aren't I? Pushes I can take. It's still on a light square. But now he should be fine. Or is he? I think I can go here with a view to coming here and coming behind. He comes here, I still take. He checks, I still step up. Hold on, doesn't this win? I think I just take and rook up. I think he's blundered. I think he's blundered it because his pawn's too far off. And he hasn't blundered it. Oh wow. He hasn't blundered it, he's done really well. Am I still in the game? Because he can't take my rook, not where his king is. And his king can't wander off really very well. But I can never take the backward pawn unless I drop the rook back. But now I go here and I collect. So I'm still in the game if I can play quick enough. Well, why didn't I just take this though? Oh, if he goes for this, I'm going after this pawn. I think he's in trouble again now. Yeah, he knows he's in trouble now. He's done well there, hasn't he? So up, check, up. I think I have to do this, don't I? Threatening mate, or a draw. Okay, I'll offer him a draw then. It should be a draw now, of course. We've got increments, so you're not going to win it. There it is, well done, good game. But I'm going to play one more game, excuse me, in the Mega Team Battle here on Lichess. I wasn't expecting to play this many games because I'm a bit under the weather today, so I thought I was just going to play a couple of games, but I'll try and battle on for another one. Right, 2072, good luck, and we've not played before. Just castle here. Maybe do this and take. Okay, now take. I'll play this line again, trying to get rid of that bishop. You just got to watch out, like I say, queen e2 or queen a4 to attack the knight. You probably got to come back. So if I go here, actually I'm going to get tempo just on the bishop while I can get h6 in. Now I can come back or I can push the pawn. If I go up 2, he comes down, knight back. I think it's fine, isn't it? I'm going to go up 2, play the slightly more attacking line. I've got queen across. Or I can drop the knight back and take. Just, you get the rooks active, so I get into a little bit of bother potentially here. I'm going to take and go here, I think. Oh. Maybe I can drop back and run the king this way now. Because he can do this idea. Okay. I'm just going to go here because of this potential pin. He should have really gone the rook's this way, I think. Anyway. So knight up I think is a move here as well. Ah, maybe it isn't. I think it is. I'm going to play it. I think it's a move. Knight takes, knight takes. If rook takes, take the bishop. If bishop takes, take the bishop. I've covered knight coming in, at least for a move. I'll pre-move, just safe pre-move to take. As black, you're just trying to equalise if you can. And then worry about what to do. I just click my little heater back on. Right, so now, where do I pop the knight? Just going right back where it was looks fine, but I just want to again activate the rooks like my opponent can do. And get the queen into the game somewhere or other. Now, where is the question? Knight can go in the middle and then come here. I think I like the look of that, so I'm going to do that. But am I blundering something? I don't think so. I'm just going to go here and come back to its more natural square. If he goes here, I can shift somewhere, although I don't know where, maybe here. I've just got to not walk into a pin here, I guess. Okay, he kicks me back, so I'm going to go here now where I intended to go. Pressure this pawn now, maybe with queen up. And then we can activate a rook. He can just activate his rook with tempo as well. But I'll challenge this file now. So challenge the file. I've got to be really careful here though. If my knight gets kicked, there's a threat. Yeah, he's gone back to hit the knight. So why can't I just take the rook? He can take here with check. That's a problem. So I'm just going to take the knight. I'm just trying to simplify the position and equalise the position. I think I'm doing well. I think I'm okay to take. Do I have something more? I'm going to take here first. F5 feels just instinctively wrong. So queen across looks sensible. Or queen here. I like queen across though. I'm just going to go here so I can challenge the rook. Or I can come forward possibly. Multiple ways. So we'll challenge that rook. But my opponent's got more space here, of course. More advanced down the board. Could make it easy to win, but could be harder to defend. Now again, F5 is a move, but he takes with check. King up first is interesting though, then F5 is a threat. But I think he's alright. But he's got an adventurous here. So I'm going to take, and maybe queen up's a move. I'm going to play queen up to hit the pawn, and there's a potential check if he comes forward. Now we can try and target this. If he checks, obviously I have to step up. Well, actually no, if he checks right now, it's a blunder. That's a blunder. But now I can maybe do e5. I'm going to go e5, and if he takes, I'll take here. If he pushes, I'll take. See, I rarely play chess with increments, by the way, so obviously I'm not accustomed to this, so see, I'm probably playing a little bit too quick for the time control. And I'm not going to do any pre-moves unless I get to a time scramble stage. Unless it's just a safe recapture. So we take, but it could be tough to collect the pawn, but at least it's an isolated pawn. If he checks, obviously I have to go here, it's a forced move. Then queen here, that's a bit of a problem. So how do we do this? He's going to check there, hasn't he? I'm going to push a pawn. Try and get something further forward, because I'm covering this whatever he does. It's just whether I can guard these. And I might not be able to. Is he inviting a repetition sort of there? I've got no follow-up check though. So I'm just going to push the pawn and fix this. We have a check, but we've got no follow-up check there. But again, I can get adventurous like this, but I'm not really making progress, am I? I really want to push the pawn too, but it feels like a mistake to me. It just feels like a mistake. I'm just going to offer him a draw. It's a drawn position, and it'll see if he wants a draw. He doesn't. Okay, now I'll push forward again. I won't offer it a second time. So now I'm going to bring the king forward. I've just got to be careful. I've given him a chance. He didn't even try for it, so I'm trying to come in. But I've given him a chance here. If I go here though, if he comes forward, the worst is I've got a draw. So if I do this, take, and do I do this? I'm going to push this pawn. I say worst case, if he comes here, I can check and repeat. So king up now, he comes down, I just take with a check. So I think I can come forward now. If he comes forward, it's a check and it's winning for me. But now, I thought I could take. He's got to be careful I don't get a check in. He certainly can't trade here. I think I can go here and check, and I think I'm winning. I must go on the right square. If I go, he loses a queen, so it has to be here. But I think I can check if he takes. And he's getting lower on time now. Ooh, I don't want to go there and give him a pawn with check. So block. He can take it now actually with check. He might as well. It's a free pawn. I'm going to gamble here, I think. Gotta move. Oh, he's flagged. He's flagged with increment. Wow. Right, I'm going to play another game in the mega team battle here on League Chess. Team's up to 15th now, so improving gradually. 1886, good luck. See, we've drawn out only the previous game. It's most likely in bullet, but I'd have to check. I know b4 is a move here, but I think e3 is just a fine initial move. Again, b4 is perfectly playable here, I think. Unless I'm forgetting my theory. Ah, that's a mistake. I think that allows knight takes, if I remember. Takes queen up, I think, is the line. But I think the engine, I've looked at this before, I think the engine prefers some move like pawn up, but I know it's a mistake because you can't take with a queen. But I think the engine just prefers a move like pawn forward, I think. It doesn't say this is the best move. I've looked at this previously because it's a blunder because of the queen coming up. My opponent doesn't have to take, by the way. It does take, so queen up hits the rook, but okay, we take. And now I think we just calmly come back. And I think I still collect with the f pawn, if I remember. This pawn might be loose. Yeah, so he's hit this pawn. I think it's fine to guard. Guard or push. I think I guard the pawn. I think I still take with an f pawn if he takes. It's far from over though, far from over. And I think I go here, and the bishop's going here. I could take with my bishop as well, but I'm just trying to castle. So I think it's right to still take with the pawn and castle, but I might be wrong. Yeah, I think I go here, just develop and castle and block with this bishop if his bishop gets active. Ooh, queen up hits my rook. I think rook up looks forced, right? It looks forced. I don't know the theory this deep, of course, but I haven't really studied theory properly for like 25 years, a heck of a long time, but no, not proper theory training. But bishop up I think is a move here. Just pressure the pawn. Bishop here. He doesn't get in, he still has to retreat, but I think the bishop here is probably the better diagonal. Yes, I think I can go here now, hit the queen, chase him back, and then c5. Guess he goes here and hits the rook though. I think just queen here, c5, queen e6, my rook has to come back, but I've got a nice passed pawn. So I think we do that and we drop back. Maybe I can actually develop the knight, get tempo developing, but you don't want to guard a piece with a piece if you can help it. And then I'm still only trying to do this and this, so I'm going to drop back and do this and this if I can. And hope I don't blunder this pawn. If I do, I do. Right, so he's come in and attacked my bishop. So can I just grab a pawn here? Why can't I just grab a pawn there? What's the threat otherwise? I don't see it. Because I don't see it, I'm going to do it. And then maybe just pawn up and offer the queen trade. But I'm still, all I'm trying to still do is get castled. Obviously I don't know the theory anything like this deep. f6 might be a move here. I guess I've got bishop forward. Or I can come back. He's played knight up, so I've got pawn forward as a move. But it feels like it weakens things. All I want to do is castle. Okay, bishop up. The knight goes there is a logical move. I can maybe come here. Or I can go here. If I go here and offer the queen trade, the queen can maybe just drop back. It feels looser to me, so I'm just going to try and prepare the castling. That's what he's done. Now I think I should probably actually go here. Have it as a nice big giant pawn. But then I'm blundering this, right? But I can castle in one move. I can castle, pressure the pawn, but then my knight's got no squares. So what's wrong with maybe knight across to hit the queen then? The bishop's loose. I've probably got to go here, don't I? I think I have to go here, I think, otherwise this is very loose. But I'm still just trying to castle. All these moves trying to castle. Heck of a lot of moves to try and castle. But yeah, it's one of them sharper lines. Right, now I can finally castle. So we finally managed it, but now we're threatening to actually just crash through. Okay, we're not threatening to crash through. So can I do this and push with a pawn instead? Well, I don't know, I'm going to do it. I can't cover this for one move, and I'm just going to try and march a pawn down the board. Or bishop back and offer the queen trade again, but again I'm worried about this. Or knight across. Knight across guards the pawn, it develops my final minor piece. Very interesting, isn't it? Very interesting game. But I've really got to brush up on that opening theory. But I've played that before, that knight move. But it's very easy to just forget one move in your theory and you get a completely different game. Right, so he's threatening potentially to sack here. But knight up hits the queen is what I'm looking at. And I think the queen has to retreat somewhere. Then if I push, takes, something takes, it feels like I should be fine. But I don't want to do anything silly, so I'm going to develop and hit the queen. He's going to have to drop right back somewhere or other. He has, but now I can go here and trade. So what's the idea? Take. If the queen goes, I simply take. It must be right to push, it's got to be. I'm going to pre-move that one. Oh, again, I said don't pre-move, yeah. Out of time, we get a win. Right, another game in the mega team battle here on League Chess. Where's the team now? 15th position. Right, 2102, good luck. Okay, playing early h6 again. I'm gonna castle. We've had this a number of times, haven't we? So I'm gonna take. It's whether I just stick to this or I do something different. I'm gonna do this first this time. Or I can always have the option to switch sides. So I can go across here. I could let him take actually and double the pawns and make it interesting, but I won't. I'm just going to drop the knight back calmly and just chase the bishop somehow or other. I'm going to push with the outer pawn. Right now I'm going to push and develop on this diagonal again. Okay, maybe I'm not. Do I do this or do I do this? I don't know. Okay, he attacks the bishop, so I guess I've got to go forward. I don't think he'll take, but he might do. He doesn't, so he's restricting my bishop, that's logical. I guess I can come back and hit the knight, right? What's wrong with that? Just threaten the knight. Then aim to put the bishop over here. He's coming. So I'm going to take and I'm going to move the oh, actually, can he take her straight away? I don't think he can. I think I'll just play queen up. It's an example of me moving that little bit too quick. So go here and hit the knight and just aim to drop the knight back if he does something like this. I don't think he'll go f4, but he might do. He might be an attacking adventurous player. And can we push and push? That looks interesting as well. Try and plant a pawn forward. He goes back. So I need to get my bishop into place. So I'm just looking at pawn forward. If he goes here, knight across looks fine to me. And it's interesting, isn't it? Because I'm threatening to at least get the bishop into play now. Now I don't think I can sack. Takes, takes, queen moves and we take here. That feels dubious. So here, takes, takes. Or I come back to f6 and he defends it. I'm going to mix it up and play the attacking line just because it's a little bit more attacking. Let's hit the queen. It might be just simply losing, but it's a bit more attacking. We've got queen across to hit the pawn, rook across ideas, maybe rook here. But he can plant this, can't he? So I'm probably just going to abandon that. I don't think I want to play g5. I don't think I want g5. Hold on, what's wrong with taking here though? I'm threatening to check and collect. If he takes here, so he might have to castle first. He has. So I think queen here still looks like a move. If he takes a rook across. Oh, what's wrong with rook across here then? Go here and just hit the unguarded pawn. Then we're aiming to try and do this, but obviously this is loose right now. I'm going to have to take, just pressure the bishop so he can't take here in one move and then maybe go here. But this does allow this, so not without a lot of risk. Okay, he chooses to take. There's got to be something here. It just feels like it. You can sense something, but I don't see it. What's wrong with going here actually and just pushing a pawn? Pawns make queens if you push them in the right way, so it's only 3 squares off. What's wrong with that? To be fair, my opponent's kind of the same, but my bishop guards. If he takes there now, I take the bishop, so he can't take in one move. I'm not going to risk g5. So he chose to take, so then I could just push. Just push, push and push again. Once he moves, he's maybe got this, hasn't he? Once the bishop moves, maybe I can't. Oh, I can't risk that. I don't think I can risk that. But if I get the pawn here, it's double guarded, so I can grab here. Yeah, that's what he's done. So I think he's looking at bishop here, but if I push the pawn, I think it's playable for me, this, and just collect this. And I don't think rook here is realistically a move. Because, my queen does guard though, doesn't it? Actually, maybe it is a good move, this. What does he do? Cross, just push. He's going to have to plant this rook. So if I push here first and allow a rook across, I collect a pawn. He takes here. I think I get more active that way. I keep my pawn, I get rid of his pawn. Yeah, I'm going to play it that way and just collect here. Oh, he's played queen across, he's going for the checkmate. Oh, have I really blundered that? What I've blundered is this, isn't it? I just wasn't paying attention to that. But after rook takes, maybe I've got rook here. This is forced, he's going to take. So we play rook back. Oh, have I blundered that? I've just blundered checkmate. Okay, well done, I missed it. Right, I might as well play another game in the mega team battle here on Leech, as it's nearly finished now, the event. 1788, good luck. I need to play quickly if I'm going to get enough games in, so I'm going to play this quicker. It is a team event, you're trying to get points for the team, so we're just going to try and remove the defending bishop here. Knight up, pawn up to move. Oh, he's deliberately given me a pawn. Okay, I'll take then. I'm just going to do this. Okay, just push forward. He's probably going to do this and I'll take. But I'm just looking to castle here, but I'm probably going to have to do this, aren't I? I'll guard this and I'm going to have to do this because he's going to activate the rook. He's clearly done that deliberately, so I'm going to push here. Now, do I sack here? That feels wrong. It was definitely a deliberate sack that he played. So I'm just looking at this. I'm going to do this with an intention to do this and then come behind, I think. He's got knight out wide and I can just drop back. I don't want to repeat, of course. Yeah, I could go here and see if I tempt this or this. I'm happy to trade the queen because I'm a clean pawn up. He's given me a pawn, so a queen trade's fine. And I'm threatening this potentially in some lines. But of course there is this. But the queen's got a square if he pushes f6. e6, I think, or e5, I just trade the queen. Or I take en passant and leave the queen there. I'd like to castle, but I'm worried about this. So he's gone with there, so I have to come back, so I might as well go here. Now his knight can't come back. So pawn forward is a move. Is it a good move though? Well, he can't retreat his bishop now. So he kind of has to come here, right? And this feels odd the way he's played this. e4, bishop down is kind of forced. Knight back he goes here. Bishop up. I'm threatening to take here. I'm going to play that. I'm going to risk it. Knight back and bishop up, I think. Right, so we go here. If he comes in, we're going to go here and hit the knight. Oh, he's letting me take it. He's opening the file, but then I think I can actually castle. It's got to be right to take and castle, I think. Now, I don't see how he easily sacks. He might have sacks available, but not easy ones. And my queen's got a nice square. Not easy to do anything quickly, but it's possible to queen across, rook across and push. I probably want the queen here first, just to be a menace, be a nuisance. It's still only one pawn in it, but he's got bad pawns here as well. But if he gets some sort of sack in, position could explode. So I'm going to go here just so he can't try and push the pawn. So he's going to move there to hit queen and knight, but I'm very happy to trade, so I don't mind that. What if I just simply push here though? How can he stop it? Queen here. Take something, takes, and I take here. It all feels fine to me. Rook across, queen down, and he hits the knight and the queen. Yeah, it feels like I should push the backward pawn just while I can. I won't get another chance. His knight's going to get back into play now. So it could be dangerous this, but I'm going to push. I say I'm looking to win the game, I'm not looking to win it instantly. Now I don't have to take there, but ooh. Am I grabbing another pawn here? Here, here, here. He has to block with a rook, I think. I come back, he takes, I take. Then he takes here. Gain a pawn, lose a queen, gain a queen. Gain a queen, summit takes, summit takes, summit takes. Knight overlooks strong. I don't think I can take this pawn because the rook blocks. I have to go with a queen and take. I expected he would take with a rook there actually, so I'll just challenge this open file, but I think he's basically fine. And this is a potential problem. So do I need king here to guard my pawn? Can I indeed go here? I'm going to risk something here. This is a big risk, but I'm trying to open this. I'm risking sacking a pawn to try and collect these. That's the target, and I can take potentially 2 pawns for 1, so I might as well do it. I can also activate the rook with a check potentially, and then a knight. So I'll get the rook active first to challenge for the open file. If I take, he's got rook down. That's a bit of a problem. That is a big problem actually, isn't it? But my knight guards the pawn, so I'm going to risk it. I'm 2 pawns up now. If he goes here, I think I go back. I think I go back anywhere. And now I threaten a move like knight up or bishop up. So it must be right to get the knight off the board. Yeah, neither of our knights are doing much, so we're going to get the knight off. He can't definitely go there and just trade, that's losing on the spot. Now he's got a potential threat, so I'm going to bring the king up, and I've got a pass pawn here as well as this. It's whether I can keep them. He's got rook across and I can go here, but then I'll lose this, so that's a problem. But I've got this outside pawn I can get behind. And no win, but once he takes here I can go forward. He's gone after that. Not easy to break through, is it? He's done pretty well here actually. Because I can't go forward anyhow, anywhere. Maybe I can do this though. I think it's sensible just to challenge here and take. I want rid of that knight. The knight's very good there. Or I want to access a second file for the rook to get active. I think that is a safe pre-move actually. Whatever he takes, if he takes, it's a safe pre-move. He's played a good game, hasn't he here? Good game. Oh, now I can check and collect. That's a mistake. We take this first. We threaten to grab another 2. We try and get him on a light square and win the knight. I've got this, but a check. If he goes in a dark square, it's probably not good for me. So I'm going to make sure he doesn't have that access here. Still not easy to formally ultimately convert, but it looks winning, doesn't it? And if we trade here, the bishop hits his pawn. Yeah, rook's gone back. But now I thought I could just go here and just collect the pawn. The knight's got one safe square, but he can't guard his pawn. So we take. I'm not bothered about this one. Just challenge the rook there. There's no way he can afford to trade it. Oh, he has. That's got to be a mistake. So how do we do it? Just push. Yeah, it's easily winning this now. He's going to have to give up the knight for bishop, and I've got too many pawns here. I can just push this. I can actually just push and push here. I don't need the king here. Let's go here. Let's make absolutely certain. Collect the pawn. No silly sloppy slips. Okay, keep the king trapped there. And then checkmate. Well, it's just time for one final game in this mega team battle. Unless I lose a game really quickly, there might be time for another one, but 7 minutes 40 left. Going to be tough to fit a game in there if it goes all the way with the increment, and if it doesn't finish before the time, it will still play the game on, but it won't count for the arena. Right, 1932. Good luck. It's probably my final game in this one. Like I say, unless I blunder a game away really quick. I've had a lot of blacks actually, haven't I? I'll have to check that. I think I've had a lot of blacks. Okay, let's just take here. Just to get out of the mainline standard theory. Okay, just develop the bishop and castle. Nothing fancy. Again, does he go bold? He does, so I have to drop back. Hits the pawn. I think queen up's fine. Knight up's a move, knight up's a move. You just got to obviously watch out for boxing your bishop in. Bishop up there is a move as well. Oh, it was. Actually, not now. I've got to push a pawn now. I can't take without a sack, so I'll have to come back. If I do this, if he takes, I'm happy to take. If he pushes, I'm happy to go here, I think. He might be able to do a scam. I think one square is better than two. I think he'll push the pawn and I'll go here. I can't go anywhere else, can I? Well, I've got this, but it just helps him develop. So, takes no good. I've got bishop up here now, though, to trade, but has he made a mistake here? I've got bishop h5 now. He might have made a mistake there. If he takes, I just take back. Knight moves, I take the bishop. But then I'm threatening takedown. I think he's made a mistake. Maybe not a mistake. We'll have to see what he does. But I'm threatening to take the knight and undermine the pawns. If he takes, I can still take with the rook as planned anywhere. And he's got an outside weak pawn. So he's come forward, so we take the bishop. So do we worry about collecting? Take, rook across, and it's a problem. So we don't worry about collecting, we just challenge the knight. Oh, he's still allowing it. So take, rook across. I've actually got bishop check, but he can block it with a tempo. But I've got pawn upright, but then it's planted. It is planted. I think it's perfectly playable, so I'm going to play it. Worst case, I can do this and I pressure this pawn. I can also do this actually. I can drop back with a check, allow this. I can go here and block. And I'm up a pawn and I've got a weak pawn here. If I go here, it's fixed, isn't it? So no point doing that. So I'm going to go here and just block the check and step up. I'm very happy if he takes. I'm happy to step up. I'm happy to grab a pawn. Again, safe pre-move, takes it to check. got to step up now. And then I've got to activate the rook closer by or forward. So forward looks interesting. You can't move this pawn. If he pushes a take, you push a take. I'm going to go here to try and activate the rook. Now my knight's free to move, but he does get rook across potentially, so that's dangerous. Come across, hit the pawn, pin the knight. Oh, he's trying to make another queen. That's a slight technical problem, isn't it? Although I've got knight here. If he comes after the pawn, I've got knight up. So he's going to get all the pawns and I'm getting a piece. But he's getting outside past pawns. I think he's committed to it. He has to go for it. Oh, I've got the outside one. I've got the outside one. Can I get this? Hold on, I can go here and get this one, but I don't think that's so important. If I go here, he goes across, I go here, take, that's dangerous. Go here, I can take here, but he just marches down the board, right? I'm going to go for this one. I think it's easier to get behind. I might be just losing though. So I'm going to push my own pawn if I can. But I'm not sure I can actually physically get back here. I have to come behind. He has to stop it. I have to sack the knight, I think. Boy, he's done really well here. He can't go there because I check though. Oh, he's blundered it. He has blundered it. Wow. We're going to get a win unless he just runs the time out. He can just run the time out if he wants. Let's check. He can just run the time down. It's unfortunate. Let's go here. If he takes, obviously our queen. To be sporting, he should just resign. He's resigned, so we've got to win. He could have just run the time down, but he doesn't gain anything. So we end with a win.